an Alberta legislature member who once sat for the United Conservatives, is not being allowed back into the party. On Friday, Derek Fildebrandt was in court in Didsbury, Alberta, to face charges that he shot and killed a deer on private property in early November without permission from the landowner. He pleaded guilty to unlawful possession of wildlife and was fined $3,000. From the very beginning, Derek acknowledged that he had made a mistake, said his defense lawyer, Derek Fildebrandt. They were hunting on Crown land and they had moved positions and he thought he was still on Crown land when he shot the deer. He took responsibility for it back then and he took responsibility for it in court. A charge of entering onto private property was dropped as part of the plea agreement. United Conservative leader Jason Kenney said in a statement that Fildebrandt will not be allowed back into the party. As elected representatives, we must be expected to show the highest level of integrity, said Kenney. Derek Fildebrandt has unfortunately demonstrated a pattern of behavior that does not meet that standard. Fildebrandt could not be reached for comment. In December, Fildebrandt was found guilty in a hit-and-run. He was found to have hit a vehicle and then failed to notify the owner. That followed controversies over emptying out his taxpayer-subsidized accommodations on Airbnb and double-expensing some meals. He quit the caucus last summer to sit as an independent. Kenney said he and others sat down with Fildebrandt in late November to determine whether there were any other matters that were outstanding. He said Fildebrandt failed to disclose the wildlife charges during their hour-long conversation. I can only conclude that Mr. Fildebrandt deliberately misled us in refusing to disclose this outstanding charge, said Kenney. Consequently, neither I nor caucus have confidence in the veracity of his undertakings to us.